This video is brought to you by Ugreen. Okay, so I'm going to have to apologize to some brands out there because in today's video, I created a very homogeneous catalysis between arguably competitive products to create the perfect melange. For example, I'm using a magnetic iPad case which already has some attachment capabilities on the back with a different brand magnetic sticker so that I can magnetically stick pretty much anywhere. Let me show you some of my favorite iPad accessories that I mix and match all the time and find use for pretty much all the time. Warming up with the MOFT carrying case. Initially promoted as a laptop sleeve, I find this case to be the perfect iPad sleeve for when I want to leave my full-size EDC behind and travel light with just the iPad. Made from PU vegan-friendly material, this Wanderlust blue color sleeve is easy to live with since it matches pretty much any aesthetic vibe. Since I use a Magic Keyboard which is not very drawing friendly, this carrying sleeve comes in very handy because as with everything MOFT, it is a transformer. First of all, it is great for when I want to protect the tablet when working from a coffee shop or a place where the surface might be questionable. Second, the sleeve turns into the perfect drawing stand, being able to provide two angles, 15 and 25 degrees. If I want to, I can even use it with a Magic Keyboard and elevate the setup even more no matter where I am. If that's not enough, MOFT provides a convenient neoprene storage which is great for some slim bits and pieces. I can even stick a full-size mouse inside. By the way, all the items will be linked in the description below. So by this time, you've probably noticed the Magic Keyboard, which might be something you've heard of a lot, but I want to point out that this particular model is the product that I think can be proclaimed the best iPad keyboard. Let me explain. White. See, I've always been using the dark versions of Apple keyboards, and on day one, I noticed the ugly fingerprints and oily residue. I've been reluctant to buy the white version for the longest of time because I was afraid it will be a dirt magnet, but I was so wrong. And the reason I was convinced I was wrong was the Apple Duo Charger. It is an item that I've been carrying around and abusing for a long time, and it still retains its whiteness and good looks, and since the white Magic Keyboard is made from the same material, it was no longer a dilemma for me. The white keyboard is the way to go. I also find the Magic Keyboard the best lap keyboard out there for the tablet. There's no flappy kickstands or detachable keyboards to make you assume the weird leg positions that they normally do. You can even hold it by the edge to see how sturdy the entire structure is. Another reason I picked the Magic Keyboard over anything else is the angle adjustments. Although it might not be ideal for drawing, there's plenty of tilt adjustment out there, even for my favorite lying on the couch position. Again, something you can do with another keyboard. I do have two complaints about it. The first being the lack of functional keys, and the second is weight. It's almost as heavy as the tablet itself, which on the 12.9-inch iPad is definitely noticeable. However, don't think that good alternatives out there are any lighter. Okay, so let's spice things a bit. The iPad is cradled inside Pitaka MagEZ case. Like most Pitaka products, the case is made from aramid fiber, making it extremely light, while adding a bit of protection on the exposed corners and retaining the ability to attach and charge the Apple Pencil. Now, MOFT has a similar product, but it has a pocket for the pencil, which is great if you don't want to detach the pencil by accident when placing it in backpacks, for example. The reason I don't use MOFT's case is that sometimes I leave the pencil behind, which makes the setup look weird with the empty pencil space. But, and here comes the homogeneous catalysis that I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I do have MOFT's wall stand and snap pad, which allows me to attach the tablet to the inside wall of my top-down set. So in order to satisfy my high maintenance needs, I've stuck a MOFT snap sticker to the back of the Pitaka MagEZ case. In case you're wondering, this contraption works great when placing it inside the Apple Magic Keyboard. But wait, there is more! The MOFT sticker works great with Pitaka's MagEZ stand, which is definitely one of my favorite accessories to use on a desk. In a nutshell, it is a dedicated iPad stand that elevates the tablet, making it the perfect standalone desk setup or the ideal Mac companion sitting beside my monitor. It has plenty of adjustment capabilities like rotating the iPad 360 degrees and tilting it plenty. The stand also has a built-in wireless charger at the base, which means that I can toss in my AirPods or iPhone whenever I want to top them up. When on the stand, in a sort of like a standalone setup, I use the iPad more like a computer using external keyboard and mouse. My favorite iPad mouse and the mouse that I carry with me most of the time is the latest generation Logitech MX Anywhere. Think of this mouse as the shrunken down version of the MX Master, where you have most of the coolest features like the 1000 lines in a second scroll wheel, the ability to track anywhere and connect to up to 3 devices via Bluetooth, and the fact that it lasts 70 days on a single charge. The white version is beautiful in person, by the way. The MX Keys Mini for Mac is my daily office keyboard, which I use both with the Mac and the iPad. It's minimal and compact like the Apple Magic Keyboard, but it has the awesome caved-in buttons and tactile feel, making it a joy to type on. Unfortunately, it doesn't have Touch ID like Apple's keyboard, which, by the way, I talk more in my recent home studio desk setup. I'll link that video at the end of this one. But anyway, the MX Keys Mini compensates with its backlit capabilities, which I never thought I would appreciate as much as I do. The keyboard also has the capability to connect to up to 3 devices. By the way, it can last up to 5 months if the backlight is turned off. Okay, so sometimes if I get bitten by the minimal vibe bug, I might ditch all the aforementioned accessories and go clean and classy using Nomad's modern leather folio. Wrapped in premium leather that patinas and develops character over time, I feel like Mr. Bond carrying my iPad around. No jokes aside, this case is a pleasure to interact with, and it reminds me how cool it is to use the iPad just as a tablet. It is my drawing accessory of choice, by the way, which I often prop at an angle and use to draw and create my wallpapers. It provides awesome edge protection and the perfect alignment thanks to the 81 magnets placed inside, making it great for consuming content in kickstand mode. Shrinking things down, a little iPad accessory worth talking about is the Pitaka USB-C power dongle. I carry this dongle everywhere with me. It's translucent, magnetically enhanced, and if you haven't figured this out yet, it is an Apple Watch charger. If I don't carry my dual charger, this dongle saves the day, since all I have to do is connect it to the iPad to power up my Apple Watch, and the rest of the time I can even toss it in my pocket and forget that it's there. As you can expect, you can use it to draw juice from any USB-C port and plug it directly into the wall, which brings me to the next item in my iPad favorites list, the Ugreen Nexo 65W USB-C charger. With a similar footprint of the iPad's OEM 20W power brick, Ugreen manages to pack a punch, providing not 20 but 65 watts of max power while throwing in 2 additional ports, 2 USB-C and 1 USB-A total. Thanks to GaN technology, Ugreen is able to shrink the size of their charging technologies significantly, providing compact sizes while boasting intelligent power distribution. For example, I can have my iPad connected to one of the USB-C ports while my other devices are topping up as well. In that case, depending on the battery charge, the tablet will be peaking close to 45 watts, leaving 20 watts to spare for my iPhone, Apple Watch or earbuds. This 65W charger can be used for both tablets and laptops, as well as all other everyday carry tech items without adding unnecessary bulk in your bag or backpack. Be sure to grab your Ugreen 65W charger by clicking on the first link in the description below. Now let me show you the cutest iPad controller that I use all the time. This is the 8-bit DO. Heavily inspired by retro vibes, I adore it not so much for its looks, but rather for its compact size. I have other controllers at my disposal, but I always come back to the 8-bit DO because it's just gorgeous. The model number is SN30 Pro, and 8-bit DO calls it the one controller to rule them all, and they are correct, since I also use it with my iPhone and even the Nintendo Switch. It uses USB-C to juice up, providing 18 hours of playtime. The rumble vibration is awesome too, and just look at it. What more can you ask for? Moving on to the Anker 341 USB-C hub. I just got delivery of this 7-in-1 hub, and let me tell you this is the #1 selling hub on Amazon with close to 17,000 5-star reviews. One of the most important features of this hub is the fact that it has power delivery, or PD, to the USB-C port, providing up to 85 watts while transferring files or streaming media. It's lightweight and portable, and it has pretty much all the ports you can require: USB-A and C input and output, SD and micro SD card, and HDMI. It even comes with a cute carrying pouch, making it ideal for your everyday carry. Talking about everyday carry, the next video in my pipeline is my summer everyday carry, so if you're interested, feel free to subscribe. Now, I've had a lot of questions about my iPad home screen setup and the apps that I use, so be sure to check out my Ultimate iPad Pro home screen setup video here. Alternatively, my iPad playlist might be of great interest to you as well. Like and subscribe, and as always, it's been an absolute pleasure. This is Z, over and out.